Hey, land contract lease option community. My name is Dean Gazowski. I'm one of the admins over here, and I'm also a licensed real estate agent and owner of 3D Property Solutions. Those guys right there. We're wholesalers, investors, house flippers here in the Metro Detroit area. And here's why I'm making this video. I want to go ahead and cover the overwhelming topic of the land contract option or rent to own, lease option, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's all the same thing. Basically, the scenario is you need to come up with a down payment, right? Whether it's $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, depending on the price point, and then a monthly payment. Then we start talking about terms and things like that. So traditional land contracts. So I'm talking about two things here: land contracts, lease options. All right. Land contracts simply go like this: you come up with the down payment, and that is an agreement between you and that seller. And there is a name that changes on the deed. Okay, so essentially the seller is going to hold the note or hold the financing, and there's agreement in place where you spend maybe $10,000 for down payment, and for example, and then a monthly payment, and then there's an interest rate that is associated, and then there's an amortization schedule, which basically means that you've got the duration of the loan. So like typical loans are 30 years. But on the land contract, there's a typical balloon where it can be anywhere from 1 year to 10 years or even more if that's what you really want to put into the contract. So there's opportunity there. Second is the lease option. They're very, very similar. These situations are very similar where there's an option fee up front. Think renting, okay? Leasing a property with an option to buy at the end of the term. So you're leasing a property, so you're essentially renting from somebody else with the option to purchase at a predetermined price 1, 2, 3 years down the road. Okay, so for an example is maybe you have a $100,000 house. You're going to go into a contract with me, and I'll do $10,000 down, and then it's $1,000 a month. Now you can negotiate a certain portion of that payment to go towards the purchase price of the house. Okay, say maybe it's 50-50. It's a bit of a stretch, but 50-50. So $500 a month goes towards your bottom line purchase price. Multiply that out over a year, $500, 12 months. You do the math on that one, right? So I'm not a mathematician, but that's $6,000, right? So $6,000 would go towards the purchase price. So if you put 10 down and your purchase at the end of the year is $100,000, your purchase would be $84,000. Okay. Now, usually to adjust for inflation, your first year is going to be $100,000, and this is all for example, but just to get you an idea of what's going on. So lease option is $100,000 at the end of the first year, end of the second year, 110, maybe 130. As we progress through the terms. So that's a general idea between lease options, land contracts. Now there's a lot of properties in the city of Detroit that we're coming across right now at the moment that are need quite a bit of work, right? We just had one. There was a big topic discussion going on over in Brightmoor. The house was a wreck. I'm going to call it what it is. We just put that one under contract today for the asking price. So there may be a situation where you can actually work something together with the seller, or you even connect with a wholesaler or an agent, somebody like myself, where we can go ahead and connect you with the seller, put the contract in place, and then run through that whole situation. Kind of like a buy here, pay here a lot when you're going to buy a car. You just got to pay the interest rate. But that's the cool part about the lease option is that you don't have an interest rate associated with that. You just have the term, and then a portion of that payment would go towards the end purchase price. So that's enough information for you folks to be dangerous, but I'm getting a lot of those questions, a lot of those types of questions, and I know that a lot of folks are looking for houses to actually live in and fix up, kind of do it yourself type of a deal. So I'd like to continue to keep those properties coming through the news feed here. And if there's any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. If you, excuse me, I need a drink of water here. But here's one thing to remember: if you stuck around to the end of the video, if you're interested in real estate investing or getting your feet wet or whatever, here's a way that you can get this done. I'm always looking for people to partner with. And here's how this works. If you find a deal, numbers got to be right. All right, don't try to make, $50,000 out of a house that's only worth 20 when it's fixed up. So you got to price things appropriately to cause them to sell. But if you've got something that's a reasonable price, and anything will sell in today's market. Okay, let's call it what it is. But if you've got something that is a deal, you can bring it to me. We've got a buyer's list it's huge. Okay, out-of-state buyers, out-of-country buyers, in-town buyers, and we can move these properties and get a cut out of the deal. So everything can be negotiated when we're in this world of real estate. So my name's Dean Gazowski. I'm with 3D Property Solutions. My direct line over here is 248-940-1099. And obviously you can reach me on Facebook here. We'll talk to you soon.